for 6 years. I can tell you, it's more than just a job. It truly is a way of life. We dedicate so much of ourselves to the stewardship of these amazing animals. It is a huge responsibility, as well as an incredible privilege to care for and build relationships with these amazing animals. And folks, we are honored that we get to share what we've learned through those relationships with all of you tonight and for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy Orca Encounter.
Here they come.
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth.
The gate's opening.
And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world. Magnify our ocean.
Here they come. The big boys. The big boys.
The middle.
Wow. girls.
a couple members of our
Women,
killer whale family
females.
showing off their size,
Oh, those are the boys.
speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales both active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you tonight.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit a duck, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scales and you see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout tonight's experience, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcas orca. Their common name is killer whale. These 5 killer whales have their own unique and personal names. Takara, Sakari, Kamea, and joining us out front are Tuar and Kayuke. Kamea is our youngest whale at just 9 years old. Her mother Takara is our oldest whale at 32 years old. She's also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach them husbandry or healthier behaviors. Joining us at the slide off tonight are trainers Casey and Jacob to help demonstrate some of these behaviors. One of the very first behaviors that we train the whales is what's called a fluke present. And that's when the whales will present their tail flukes to the trainer, just as Tuar is doing with Jacob right now. In this position, you may notice that we can see all the underside of his body, but we also have access to the easy-to-see shallow veins that are located on the underside of his tail flukes. At least once a month, our veterinarians are able to collect blood samples from these very veins, and the whales are conditioned to stay calm throughout the entire procedure. Throughout tonight's presentation, you may notice the trainers giving back rubs, tail massages, or even using a soft bristle car wash brush. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of many ways that we can strengthen our relationships with the whales. Another important diagnostic tool is knowing how much each animal weighs. So once a week, we ask our whales to slide out onto a killer whale size scale located in one of our adjacent pools. Kayuki is demonstrating this behavior right now. You may notice while he's in this position, there's a large portion of his body still in the water, from his dorsal fin all the way down to his tail flukes. This region is called the peduncle, and it's packed full of powerful muscles that can weigh several hundred pounds. So in order to get an accurate weight, Carrie's going to ask him to lift his head and tail up and out of the water. And this is how we know, as of Tuesday morning, Kayuki is weighing in at 9,610 pounds. It's important to know the weights of our animals to ensure our younger whales, like Sakari and Kamea, are growing appropriately, and our more mature whales, like Kayuki here, are maintaining a healthy weight. All of these husbandry behaviors help us to ensure the whales are both healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the moment that they're born, they learn necessary life skills by watching their mothers and other members of their pod by mimicking their movements. Here at SeaWorld, they mimic our movements, kind of like a game of follow the leader. So Sophia, why don't you give a 2 big wave hello and let's see what happens. And check that out, he is waving right back at you. Killer whales have excellent eyesight both above and below the water. You will often see our whales spy hopping or jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. So Sophia, why don't you ask our behavior called a side eval? Awesome job, and it looks like Tuar saw that hand signal, so he is off, diving down to the bottom of this 40-foot habitat to jump up and out of the center. That was incredible, Tuar. Now we're on the other side of the stadium hanging out with Kayuki and our other predators. He's going to help us learn about how killer whales communicate. Killer whales communicate in a variety of different ways. One of those ways is through the use of vocalizations. So Ice, why don't you ask Kayuki for one of those vocalizations now? That was beautiful, Kayuki! Did you know that scientists believe when a whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down to the surface, it's a way of making their presence known? You see, sound travels 4.5 times faster in the water than it does through air. So when a whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down, that's called a breach, and it can be heard for miles around. So here in just a moment, we're going to ask Kayuki to demonstrate what a breach sounds like. Awesome hand signal, and it looks like Kayuki's going to use those powerful tail flukes to propel himself through the water. Ice, why don't you take a big step towards the glass so you can see just how powerful Kayuki really is. Let's see what a breach sounds like. Oh my goodness! What happened? We had no idea we were going to get soaking wet. This ain't Carrie has this towel for you. Thank you for being such a great sport. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for our audience volunteers.
They soaked him.
As you can see, killer whales can communicate by jumping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the animals in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to gain out in the open ocean. However, some information can only be gathered through field observation. And that's why SeaWorld partners with organizations like the Norwegian Orcas survey to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals. And perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal competes with them. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tailfins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt, use fluke slams to stem their prey, and they can even reach themselves up and out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's time to get wet!
Everybody running up.
I know. Whoa! That was hardly right. There you go, the finale. The jump.
Incredible athletes, making over 100 pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live and the time of year, that price can vary. Things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful resource and a clean environment.
Everybody's like a mouse.
Get completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean. The future depends on you.
And your actions.
Just be all. We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Did you want to go take pictures with the werewolf, or
You got it, what's it?
do you want to go already?
You go.
What do you want to do?